Week 30, we made it. Okay, team, we got 4 moves as part of the movement program for today. We're gonna be using a yoga block and a foam roller. So the first move is gonna be a side plank, using this block between the knees. We're gonna stay on the floor and stay on the same side for all 4 moves. So we go side plank, a little clamshell with some internal rotation. We'll use the yoga block as a nice pillow. Staying on that same side with an inner thigh lift. And then again, moving into a thoracic rotation. That's where we're gonna use the foam roller between our knees and our ankles and find that nice opening through the mid-back. So to start with that side plank, you're gonna drop down onto that right forearm, bring that yoga block between your knees, pulling the knees back. Right here, bracing yourself. It's just a 30-second hold. Now you can stay right here pulling out of that bottom oblique, or you can opt to lift the hips all the way up. I want your shoulder over the elbow, lifting up here, pressing that top leg down. So imagine squeezing your inner thighs together. That inner thigh squeeze is gonna help lift through the pelvic floor, really activate those low abs as well. Shoulders down and away from the ears, chin is off that chest. Imagine that string pulling out the crown of your head, inner thighs on fire, bottom oblique on fire. You're breathing into this for just 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Lower it all the way down. Ooh, we love a side plank. Come all the way down for these clamshells. Bring that bottom arm in front. The head can rest on the foam roller. It's just more comfortable. You're gonna square off the hips. Pull the top hip away, so it's gonna create a tiny pocket of air between the bottom oblique and the mat. Lift that top leg up so it's parallel with the bottom leg. And then from here, this is that internal rotation, swan dive down, tap the knees, pull them apart, 30 seconds. Swan dive down, lift and pull it apart. I want that energy to be coming from your glutes. Too often we get involved with hip flexors and other muscles trying to compensate, but I really want the different muscles of your glutes firing here. So through the middle of that glute, the big juicy part, into that side seat, that glute med, down, lift, and release. Lower it all the way down. Woo. All right, inner thigh lift on this next side. So that top leg that was just working comes in front, bottom leg is long. Same rules apply. Pull that top hip away, lift up through the arch of the foot, 30 seconds of these inner thigh lifts. Pull it up. This is always when I see the ankles doing something funky, trying to compensate, and your feet get all weird. Relax the foot. Just flex the toes, and you're lifting and pulling through the inner thigh. Breathing into this. Watch that your shoulders aren't creeping up into your ears, but that everything is melting away up here. Bring the focus down into the inner thigh. Close your eyes if that helps. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all the way down. Woo. Grab onto that foam roller. Bring it between your knees and your ankles. You guys, this is so important. I just had a conversation with a client about this one. If you're sleeping at night and you have a pillow between your legs, which is gonna be way more comfortable at this stage of pregnancy, make sure it goes all the way between knees and ankles. From right here, bend that top arm, so fingertips are behind the ears. Just about 20 seconds of these as you're gonna pull back and close in. Pull back. And as you pull back, think about pressing the front knee forward. That's gonna help you get this stretch a little bit deeper. And it's gonna imagine that the spine is like a towel and you are just wringing out that towel here. Getting a nice stretch through the side body is so important. It's gonna help create more space for baby to move around, getting into that ideal position. And last one, big pull back here and close it in. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if we just had one side to do, but we don't. So get rid of the foam roller. Until next time, press yourself up. Take that block with you. We're gonna do all of that on the other side. So spin it around, block between the knees, forearm on the floor, starting with that side plank. So right here, elbow is in, lift up and away. This is home base. You can stay right here, focus on this activation. Otherwise, you're holding it up at the top, lifting up out of that bottom oblique, squeezing on that block like you are smushing that little panini of a sandwich. Squeezing through the inner thighs, pressing up out of the bottom oblique. Just 30 seconds of this hold. Chin is off the chest. You're breathing on into this one. I know, side planks by this point of pregnancy, we're like, what are we doing? But they are so effective. We still want that strong core to make sure that we don't have any of those aches. Last 3, 2, 1. Release, lowered all the way down. Bring that yoga block underneath your head. Bottom arm is long. This is where it just feels nice. We could just cuddle up, take a little snooze, but we won't. Square off the hips. Pull the top hip away. Lift the top leg up. So that tiny pocket of air in the bottom oblique, squeezing through that top seat, swan dive down, 30 seconds here. So you're just swan dive down, lift, parallel. Swan dive down, lift, parallel. Now the reason we use the yoga block as a pillow is actually very intentional, and it's to make sure that we're not like pulling that rib, that bottom rib up and away, so that we're able to maintain almost like a slight tuck, that neutral position through the spine. That's gonna help us keep the core activated, keeping everything stable. 3, 2, last one. Lift it all the way up and lower it all the way down. Pull that top leg up, send the bottom leg long, inner thigh lifts right here. Squeezing through the inner thigh, lower and lift, slow and controlled here. The slower you take this, the spicier it gets. Strengthening through the inner thighs. Release, lower down. Again, watch that top hip. You're pulling it away. Make sure that ankle's not doing anything funky. It likes to get weird on us. I'm all about the weird, but like just not in the ankle right now. Lifting up through that inner thigh for 5, 4, 3, almost done, last one. Lowered, slow and controlled. And everybody's favorite, get that foam roller, get up here, or don't. Get it right here between the knees and the ankles. So important, between knees and ankles. Bend that top arm, about 20 seconds of these, just this open book stretch. Opening up through that thoracic, that mid-back. Again, our focus here is on creating space. Allowing that side body stretch is going to be so important in just helping to reduce diastasis recti, especially in the postpartum and for postpartum recovery. Big stretch back. Oh my gosh, I could do these for hours. Last one. Oh, they always feel so good. And then just cuddle up and hang out here. Okay, see you guys next week.